There we fucking go.
It worked.
I have been waiting a long time to fucking say this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Introverts, Extroverting. I am the centrally soothing Joseph P. Hutchinson, sitting here with the greatest of homies, Mr. Aldez. Say what's up, brother.
What's up, brother?
Ass. And the long-awaited return of the prodigal son, the motherfucking ScaryTeller.
What's going on?
You fucking stranger.
But wait, you're the homoerotic. I'm the sensually soothing.
That's right. I'm the homo. Yeah, I forgot. My bad. It's been too long.
I know, my bad.
Nothing to apologize for.
Right. We'll get our homoerotic fucking catchphrases down soon enough again.
As my daddy says, shit happens, but that too shall pass.
Fucking A, right. That's the goddamn truth. And
Yeah.
what a fucking time to do a goddamn episode of a fucking podcast. Like, Kenobi went to shit. Fucking Roe v. Wade is just a giant clusterfuck.
Yep. But you said you wanted it to happen so that shit could hit the fan so they can see how dumb they are.
Oh, I do. Because it's like, it's not a federal thing. People don't know how to fucking read. Like, it never was about, it should never have been federal. It was a cop-out. It never was a fucking law. It was case law. Like,
Yeah.
dude, I've ended 3 solid dope-ass business relationships over this shit. Because people refuse to fucking read.
Oh.
All right. And on top of that, fucking Ezra Miller's started his own cult, kidnapping kids and shit.
Bruh. I don't know what he's smoking. Whatever it is, he needs. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with him.
I don't know either, man. It's like the only good thing that's come out in like the little bit of the past, besides the first couple episodes of Kenobi, was motherfucking Umbrella Academy Season 2 and so far Ms. Marvel.
Yeah, Miss Marvel, and I haven't had a chance to rewatch Doctor Strange 2, but I was looking forward to doing that, but just haven't had a chance to.
Yeah, same here. I mean, even on the horror tip, it's like there's been some decent stuff on Shudder, but it's like I haven't even seen anything fucking good. Like that'll like draw me in the first 5 minutes. Like I tried watching Black Phone, this new one with Ethan Hawke, and even that one was just like the fuck.
I had a feeling that the only interesting stuff about that movie was in the trailer.
Uh-huh.
See, I hadn't seen anything on that one yet. I'm still reeling over the 6 episodes that we have with the boys, and the most recent episode 6, was something else.
Herogasm.
Bruh.
Scary.
Dude.
Are you caught up on the boys?
I am not.
Okay, well, we won't say shit.
How far are you up on the boys?
I don't even remember where I left off.
Oh, okay. No, you're good, bro. You're good. Have we watched Stranger Things?
Yep, I'm caught up on Stranger Things and rewatching it with a little bit because she wanted to watch it. I said, well, we'll see if you're ready for that because I know how scary you get. You get it from your daddy.
Yeah, she does.
And so she's in it. We're on season 3, episode 2 right now. We took the last week and a half so far to watch, and since she is out of school on the weeks that I have her, since I work from home, she's just chilling, watching it in here with me, and then when the phone rings, I'll answer the call, and then when I'm done, we'll pick back up where we left off. So it's been working out. It's been fun. It's fun hanging out with her like that. And she got 4 baby teeth fucking extracted because she's getting braces and they don't have anywhere to go. So she's been in pain the last couple of days. So we've been chilling and she's been all up on daddy, like super clingy, but wouldn't have it any other way. That's my baby. And so she's feeling better about stuff, and we just been watching shit, man.
That's fucking what's up, man. That's dope.
Yep. She didn't want to leave today, and I was like, "Yo, I'll see you on Wednesday, Pooh. I'll see you Wednesday." And then we'll keep watching Stranger Things, and then once we're done with that, we got to pick back up on Once Upon a Time because we're on season 6, and there's 7 of them bitches.
And they're not short.
No.
What about you, Scary? Are you caught up in Stranger Things?
Another one I am not caught up on yet. I've been.
The fuck?
You know where I've been.
That's no. It's not like she's moving. You can watch TV when hanging out with her.
Yeah, but it's rough. But
Sorry,
I will.
I know. I'm sorry.
He's giving
I
you shit.
I know.
yeah, I'm sorry. I have a whole bunch ready for your fucking ass. Just to let you know. Like I understand completely why you've been away and all that, but it don't mean I fucking like it.
And it
Like,
doesn't mean it doesn't mean that you won't get shit about it.
exactly.
In the most loving bro kind of way possible.
Fucking ain't
I
right.
I accept it. It's all good.
I know he's been waiting to unload on you.
Like me and this fuck have been over here fucking working. We came up with an anthology. We came up with a motherfucking movie. We came up with a motherfucking treatment. Like
He's had me working on shit and flexing muscles I haven't wanted to flex in a minute or been scared to flex. So we've been getting some shit done. It's been kind of interesting. He's been testing my creativity.
well, since
Yeah.
fuck you brought up that fucking idea about that Jason movie, Scary. It's been like that's a good fucking idea. Besides the idea, but like, why the fuck aren't we writing shit?
Yeah, downtime at work. I have been writing some more about that.
Well, good, because that's your fucking baby. When you're ready to bring the fucking idea to the table, bring it and we'll fucking rip it apart.
But it's so funny because now I cannot stop. Whenever I write the part of Tommy, all I think of is Corey Feldman and how we can get him to do his movie.
Dude, we could get Corey Feldman for like $200, like not $200, for like $2,000.
Yep, and he'll
Like,
tweet about it in all caps.
oh yeah, he'll be so happy.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. People still love Feldman, dude.
Unless he's doing music.
Dream
With
a little
his
dream.
angel.
I actually saw him live perform in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Fucking shitting me, bro.
I am dead ass serious. So this was like 6 years ago. Bunch of me and a bunch of old friends I don't fuck with anymore. We were all fucked up. And the one person who was sober was like, dude, Corey Feldman's playing in Green Bay. Y'all want to go? I got some tickets. I don't know how we got the tickets. I don't want to know how we got the tickets. But 4.5 hours later, we're in goddamn Green Bay, Wisconsin, getting refunds for our tickets at the door because no one wanted to, besides like 8 people wanted to pay for tickets. So it went from a $25 a head show to a free show.
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, y'all remember watching the Good Morning America segment where he came out with the fucking hood on and the weird fucking Gollum ballet dancing?
Yep.
No, I didn't see that shit. I don't think I wanted to see that shit now that you bring it up.
He did that on stage.
Really?
The same thing.
The exact, like, down to the whole fucking, like, half dumbass robot thing that he does. And it's like, you have to watch the fucking segment, at least the intro part, because it's like, he genuinely thought this was a good idea. Like, he genuinely thought that it was a good, and even not even just him, the people around him thought this was a good idea to bring on TV. Like the dudes always had a fascination with Michael Jackson, like straight up, like hardcore.
Oh yeah,
and
I remember.
Take the Michael Jackson pop music, but add like Moby from early 2001, late 90s dubstep electronic to it.
Oh.
Like, his backing musicians were fine as fuck, but they weren't actually playing. Like, both the guitarists stopped at the same time during the middle of the song to drink some water, and the guitarist kept playing.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it was some nightmare fuel, my friends. Like, I'm just glad that I ain't got people like that around me. That, like, when I tell people a bad idea, I'm told it's a bad idea.
Yeah. Oh shit.
What?
No, I am multitasking. I'm sitting here ranking up guns on Battlefield while I'm talking to y'all, and this person just came out of nowhere and waxed my ass.
You nerd.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay.
Here's one for you, especially right up your route, Al. I saw this on fucking TikTok while I was taking a shit before. Did you see the new Miles Morales comic book?
Oh God, the what if?
By the power of Odin's Blade.
Dude, I didn't. I knew the moment that you saw that shit that you were gonna give me shit and we'd have to talk about it because I didn't even want to talk about it. I was just like, I'm gonna be like this baby that I this family with this baby girl. Whenever she doesn't want something to eat, she closes her eyes and she pretends that it's not there. So that's what I was gonna do with this whole by Odin's beard fade shit. I was just gonna pretend that it was not there because, dude, and the hammer was graffitied and like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I understand you're trying to be inclusive, but we don't talk like that just to talk like that. I'm like, come on, man.
Scary. Have you heard about this?
A little bit. You got to fill me in a bit.
So, right now, the big controversy going around is that people are trying to give the writer of it, who is a Mexican Jewish, he's not white, he's Jewish, bear in mind, writer, they're trying to give him a pass because he's technically not white, and so it's okay.
No, nothing about that was okay. That
No.
was straight up just stereotypical old ass jive turkey talk.
But that's something we would write as a comedy.
It would be to not be taken serious, but this fool dead ass just wrote this shit and was like, "Yo, this is dope. I'm gonna get this published. I'm gonna get
And
this
not
print in a million fucking copies." Like,
and
nah,
not
I'm like,
only that, Marvel thought it was a good idea.
yes. I'm like, bruh. I was like, okay. Y'all done hit slam dunks with Kamala Khan and her culture and her family, and then you go and do this shit. I was like, I was all happy for the brown people, and you did some shit right, and then you go and do this shit. And I was like, I was totally having me a Paula Abdul moment. 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, bitch. I was like, yeah. And there's so wait, did you see the TikTok with the black dude talking about it?
Yes.
That's the one that you saw? Okay.
Yes.
Because I was like, okay, I'm not gonna watch the shit. I had seen something on it first, and then I saw his video, and then I watched a little bit of his video, and I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna do it. I will not subject myself to this. I'm not gonna do it. And that was the end of it. So he said the worst part is not even by Odin's Fade. He's like, it was something else. And I was like, oh shit. There was another part.
Yeah.
I didn't even get to the part where he like really went in on it. So I don't even know what he said about it because I was like, I refuse. I refuse. I
It
refuse.
like to easily describe it. Scary, you still with us?
I am here. I'm listening,
Okay.
taking it
I
in.
heard you. I heard you say like, "Oh fuck!" Like I thought something happened on your end.
No, I'm good.
The Heroes 3 became the Homies 3.
Oh, is that what he was talking about? Oh my god.
Yeah, I thought
No.
like before I even saw the video, I cracked a joke about that because it's like, what the fuck? Is it the Homies 3 now? Like, is fucking like the female of them gonna have boxer braids or some shit, walking around like looking like Gwen Stefani from Hollerback Girl? And she does.
Oh my god. Yeah, he gets
Like,
zero breaks, bro.
and it's like, yes, he is at fault. He is greatly at fault for writing that massively insensitive piece of literature. And I only say massively insensitive just because it's not parody. Like, if he would have done it as parody, that would have been that would have been brilliance on par with anything Mel Brooks and Gene Wilder have written. Like,
Right.
it really would have been. Like, it really would have been one of the greatest comic books ever came out. If someone in this day and age said, fuck you to PC culture, and said, by Odin's fade, I have the power of Jive Thor type of shit. Like, and he doesn't even look like a modern rapper type dude. Like,
Mm-mm.
he looks like he got sucked out of the 2000s.
It really, it's bad. It
Like,
was so bad that I decided I didn't even want to give it my energy to be angry at it. I was like, this ain't worth this shit. This dude just thought this was a good idea. I was like, that ain't it, homie. That ain't it, bro. That ain't it.
no, and nobody told him. And now he's like all confused. And what do you mean? I don't understand. I like black people.
And he probably very well do, but his idea and his exposure probably came from other literature, not literature, but other stuff like this, where it was satired, and he didn't think it was a big deal. So when you're not corrected, you think something is the norm, and then you go off and write something in that same guise. It's going to come off in a fucked up kind of way. So that would be the only way that he would, get a little bit of sympathy from me, is because that, that was normal to him and no one told him otherwise. Like, dude, how old are you now? You work for Marvel.
Yeah,
They're all inclusive with their shit. You should know that this ain't it. This ain't the vibe, bro.
I
This
mean,
ain't it.
I could let it slide if he was a newbie, but he's not.
Right,
And there's a lot of black and darks, like not even just like American black, but very like African based comic book creators that license and work for Marvel, and they all
right.
talk to each other. So he really, really has no excuse for this. Besides,
None.
you just showed how racist your fucking left leaning ass is. Like, and that's the thing. This writer was one of those dudes that's screaming BLM and defund the cops and all cops are bad. And I'm not 100% for cops myself, but I've had my life saved by some good ass cops. I've met some crooked ass cops. I keep my ass in the middle because when
Right,
I do outrageous ass shit, people know it's fucking funny.
right. You're not wrong,
Like,
bro.
I
Yeah.
mean, if I'm gonna sit here and make fun of like Phil being from fucking Jersey and just rip into the Jersey Shore culture, like I can't do that from a hypocritical point of view.
Um,
Like even from a comedic slash writer perspective, like you can't do that. Like,
nope.
I mean, hell, I'm surprised Marvel is still around after they gave Hulk blackface.
I only briefly heard about that. Another thing that I said, nope, I'm not gonna look at it. Nope.
Oh my
They,
god.
oh yeah. So Hulk. Can't believe I'm about to say this. Once again, they thought this was a good idea. This was before cancel culture really took over during the pandemic. So Hulk basically quit the Avengers and he decided to join a baseball team.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay.
Oh.
So as he's putting on the concealer, which in fairness, if you apply like a pancake white, like even like below like a darker than tan shade of like cover up, you're gonna really, really see the green.
Yeah.
Right.
But the kicker is when Hulk himself in the comic book justifies it as like some form of tropical thunder type, oh well they won't mind, I'm the Hulk type bullshit.
Yeah.
Like Robert Downey Jr. got a pass because of the context of the character. It was fucking hilarious. Like, it was the
Absolutely.
definition. It was the definition of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
Same thing with Leo and fucking Django Unchained. He had such a hard time with that role. Like, I mean, honestly, I think that's why he delivered such a fantastic role. Is that he was told this is how you have to be. You like by Jamie Foxx and Samuel L. Jackson. Like, they took him aside. Like, yo, this is just going to be your day to day. We aren't people. We are property now.
Right.
You know, and it's like, if you're going to do some racial shit, you got to make sure you're
believable. And here's the thing. I'm probably gonna get like gut checked and whatnot, but I have not seen all of Django all the way through. I've only seen snippets of it. I own it, but I haven't watched it all the way through.
Great,
And
great movie.
And I've seen some of the stuff that has made news, not news, that people comment about.
Oh, Miss Clara, goodbye. Goodbye, Miss Clara.
For sure.
Yeah, dude, fucking, like, that's why I like sticking to, like, horror or even writing the comedy that we're working on, Aldez. It's like, I was a little apprehensive, as you remember, during the writing process, because it's just like, I didn't want to be cliche and then have it come across as being, like, too cliche. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like by Odin's Fade. That's exactly what I was worried about.
That's what you were trying not to become.
Mm-hmm. Because if we're gonna do a racial comedy, shit, we gonna do a racial comedy,
and we would do it right.
It's gonna be the head of the Black Panthers meeting the head of MS-13, meeting the head of the KKK, getting trapped in a phone booth with a fucking king rabbi. Like, we going in.
That would be very interesting.
Like,
scarily interesting. Holy shit.
I just pulled that out of my ass. I mean, we could run with it. We're recording it. Fuck it. But
yeah, that would be super scary.
Right? Like, I mean, it's there. Like, there's ways to do things. Like,
for sure.
I mean, even like this shit even reminds me of that fucking conversation we had, Scary, about fucking Michael Myers, where people were being all butthurt about him killing the gay people.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Michael doesn't discriminate. He'll kill anybody.
Oh no, no.
So this was in a different context?
You homophobic piece of shit. How dare you? Lay gasp. Oh, how dare you? Gay people can't be killed. What are you talking about?
If black people can be killed, gay people can be killed.
Bro, that was the argument.
Yeah.
If we die
apparently
first,
apparently he killed the gay couple a little too personally, and that offended them.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
And it wasn't black people that was offended by it. It was white women, gay folk that was offended by it.
I mean, but we really do live in an era where it's cool to be offended by everything, like in such a like fucked up way. And people are getting angry over shit that they shouldn't be getting upset about. Like, it's really sad. It's like there's things legitimately like, yes, you should be upset about that, but there's other things where you shouldn't be getting upset about this stuff. You're only upset about it because people are making a big deal about it, and it's cool to be feeling that kind of way about it. Like, save the energy for the stuff that really needs to be addressed, and then like shut the fuck up about everything else. But again, it's all subjective. People feel a little bit differently. But then you have sheeple who will feel what they're told to feel, or feel what they're suggested to feel, and who can't feel for themselves. And it's really annoying. It's getting old, and that has really what's the word? That has really stretched my patience really thin for society as a whole. And yeah,
I don't want to agree with you, but you're right.
So I'm just like,
I mean, not even trying to be negative, but I wish I couldn't agree with that. Like, I wish it wasn't true.
And then see, like, us being introverts who are extroverting, we have to recharge our introvert meter. And well, actually, we have to recharge our extrovert meter because our introvert meter is fine.
Yes.
And it's, you know, I could talk to you guys all the time, but if I'm not talking to you guys, it's nothing personal. It's because I'm doing my own fucking recharge thing, and I need to breathe. And
Yeah.
so,
Right.
we all understand it has nothing to do with the camaraderie that we have. Well, now it's like, okay, he needs a minute.
Yeah.
JP will check on me and say, "You good?" And he'll throw something at me like, "Hey, I had an idea for blah 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 blah." And I'm like, "All right, cool." When I'm recharged, I will go all in with it. Other than that, I'm giving little tidbits back and forth, and he gets it. Same thing with same thing with him. If I know he's not reaching out, I know he's either doing his scheduled sleeping or he's doing his creativity. So and same thing with you, Scary. We know you've been dealing with some shit, and we hate what you're dealing with right now. We absolutely
Yeah.
loathe what you're
Oh,
dealing
oh,
with,
oh, oh,
and
oh,
so we
oh.
totally understand why you haven't been present. And you know that it's nothing personal that we feel towards that. So it's all love, but at the same time, if we're not talking, it's still all love.
Right.
It's not personal. Like,
Yeah,
if it is
and
personal, it's okay, motherfucker. This is what the fuck you said. And
right.
then
And it's
the
like, let's talk about it
conversation's there.
maturely.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about it maturely, which I have not had that situation with either one of you at all. And, I hope I never do, but it's, that's crazy. So, yes, there's people who are butthurt by things that they shouldn't be butthurt about. And then when it's time to be butthurt, they're really quiet. And it really annoys me. And, yeah, yeah,
I
like
mean, I
this,
get it. I get it for them because like a lot of times those people are used to being shut down and shouted down a lot. So I get it. But as an adult that lived in that situation and actually went through the hard road of therapy and finding a proper father figure in my 30s to teach me self-confidence and self-worth again, it's not impossible. It's very possible to no longer think it's the world is against you because sometimes when shit goes bad, yes, you fucked up. You are at fault. You did this. Take your fucking lickings, get the fuck back up, and move the fuck on.
take
But
your
then you,
licking and keep on cooking.
yep, and then you get people like fucking Scary Sister, where she just won't shut the fuck up, and you're thinking how good she would look in a pair of cement shoes.
Yeah.
Amen.
I mean, dude, bro, like I'm so like the conversations me and my people here had. Like, I am glad they weren't recorded. I was mad. Like, this bitch took away my friend. Like, how dare you? Like, I started something. He wanted to be a part of it. We worked good together, and then you had to be a cunt.
Agreed.
Like, oh, I was big mad. Oh, I was so fucking mad, dude. Like,
Yeah, Scary. He he was fuming, and again, not at you, but
no,
at the,
no.
at the
Oh, I
situation.
know.
He was
I believe
he
me.
was
I know. Yeah.
oh my
Like,
god. Sometimes I laughed because that's all we could do. Like, he was so fucking mad. Like, he wanted to do things that are unspeakable because he was that fucking mad.
yes. My NSA agent had a good listen that night.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Like, I reached out to fucking Gerard and was like, bro, you're from Jersey, right? Yeah. Good to know. We'll talk. Like, I was ready to fucking, yeah. Like, no, you don't, you do not do that shit to my fucking loved ones. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. I don't play
He,
with that.
he was he was ready to okay, I got to make light of it. So y'all are Tom and Jerry fans of old, right?
Oh yeah.
So all I could see is him as Tom calling up the other buddies, and they get all their hats and they tilt them down and they get ready to go and smack down Jerry's cousin, and then
Yep.
and And that's how I see. That's how I see JP. It's just like getting the crew ready. Oh, so we got to go wreck a motherfucker. Okay.
Uh-huh. Oh, the conversations I had with people already, they were ready to go. I was about to get your sister's fucking address. I was that mad. The only thing that saved her was Aldez on my grandmother's grave.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm rational.
Like I was a day, like when you and I did that conversation, I was one day away from booking my fucking flight. I had to do one more day of work to get the money, and my ass would have been gone for a day and then been back. And Phil's life would have been happier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then he would have to
Like,
explain some things, sometime later.
absolutely not. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. Never mind. No.
I
Mm-mm.
mean, I hypothetically, I mean, it's not my fault that I was hypothetically raised with an internal switch to be able to turn off my emotions. I mean,
Dude,
that's
crazy thing is I can do that too. That's the weird thing. I
yeah.
can turn off my not care in an
Well, all
instant.
of us can. Every single
It's crazy.
person that I keep in my circle can do that.
It's
The only
it's
difference is
creepy.
that, yeah, we're all leaning towards higher on the sociopathic scale. There are many sociopaths in society. Just because you're a sociopath or have sociopathic tendencies doesn't make you violent. I'm one of the violent ones, but I've learned and been taught how to keep that in control and use it when necessary. And
Yeah.
fucking with my loved ones is unnecessary. You don't do that. I do that. You don't do that.
Well, the I could say that through my whole life, she was always the one to be overprotective big sister of me. And it was got to the point of being really annoying. I appreciated it. And when all of this came to a head of about a month and a half ago, and she did what she did, it felt so therapeutic to tell her to go fuck herself.
Oh man. Yes.
Yeah. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you had those words, brother. Like I
And then
remember, dude. I remember the fuck even the non-stuff we recorded where you just talking about it, dude. And like, I, my heart broke for you, man.
And I didn't even
I
hear everything. I don't even know the full details, and I was pissed.
I am trying to make this about me 100%. I know it's very hard for you dealing with it now. It's all fresh, and it's like I'm just like you were not alone 1 second, bro.
I know. I do know that, and I appreciate all the love. And even hearing that you'd book a flight to do some unspeakable things makes me just shudder inside. And I'm serious.
Like seriously, bro. Like you don't like. Mm, mm. I'm a 50-50 person. I live in the gray area, but I don't have a gray area. Either you love me or you fucking hate me. It's just how it is with I don't know why, it's just how it is. And like if y'all fit in the L category, you're good. You fit in
Did the
the
bot stop
H.
recording? Is that the bot stopping recording?
I
I heard
hope
it beep.
not.
I heard it beep.
Nope,
It still
it's still
says
going.
he is.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's not me beeping. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, I know even if we can do this once a week, dude, you know what I mean? Like, because this server fucking artist I'm on, bro, like, these kids are no fucking joke. Like, they are some talented ass fucking illustrators. And, like, this chick I'm working with, Mika, bro, like, fucking Mikachu, dude, this bitch has the humility of Aldez with a talent on par with fucking Gerard. Like,
Wow.
fantastic. Like, dude, this is fucking put it
That's
in
dope.
fucking journal.
That's awesome.
That is pretty damn cool.
Let me find this fucking picture. I had her start working in Single and Looking. Where the fuck is it? And this is one of the concepts she dropped for fucking the main character, Samantha. That's her fucking around. That's a sketch. I put it in general chat.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a sketch.
Jesus Christ.
Let me grab my phone. I have it on my tripod right now, so it's charging. Let's
Sorry, bro.
see. No, you're good. I want to see this. All right, so where are we? General chat. General. There's a lot of shit. Oh, so, yo, that's what's up.
Yeah, that's just playing around a little bit. That's
That's
her.
dope.
That's her fucking around.
That's super dope, man.
Yeah, like we we have the people. We have the artists now. We have the artists willing to work, and it's like they're great fucking people. Like I highly. I mean, the server's based off of English time, so it's usually more active, like early in the morning to early afternoon, because it's a 6 hour difference. But the kids are fucking dope. The art is just fantastic. But there's only a few like storytellers in there. There's me, there's Mika, there's this guy Fraz, and like two other people in there that are kind of storytellerish. But like
Yeah.
I've already been talking with him about the shit that we're working on. Like Mika is down for whatever the fuck we want to give her to do. Um, I got the
That's
payday
cool,
worked
man.
out with her with single and looking, but it's like once we're done with shit, like not even in like, oh, we're going to use them. Oh. Right now we have a working pool of about 150 artists to work from between 3 Discord servers.
Awesome.
hmm Be it work, if you want to give the kids lessons in art, what style? Still life, cartooning, actual straight up acrylic painting? Do they want to learn graphite? Do they want to learn chalk? We have the people who teach them.
Nice.
Yeah, and the best part is they do it on their Patreon. It's like $3 a month.
Yeah.
So like, or like five. It's either $3 or $5 they usually charge. So it's like 36 to $60 a month or a year. Ooh, and they do weekly challenges and shit like that. And it's like a really, really dope interactive community, and I fucking love it.
Oh, gosh. That's
Like,
cool.
yeah, I mean, I highly recommend you just check out those servers. I sent you the link to. Like, it's if it's expired, I'll send it again, but I'm pretty sure they're not because they're open servers. But dude, it's I can't wait till we get this shit done. Like, I know it's been some busy weeks for all of us, and I was actually thinking with you, Scary, that if you're down to record on Sundays, I'm down to make that the recording day now instead of Thursdays.
For now, I think that would definitely work.
Okay. What about with you, Aldez?
Uh, it could work. Because I have my daughter every other week.
Okay.
So if it is, so like there would be some days, some Sundays where before 5 would work before she gets here, and then Sundays when she's leaving or after 5, right? Like now works
Okay.
because I have to make sure that I am available as Papa Bear.
Yeah. I mean, right now, I've kind of like I don't care if all this shit's recording and people are hearing that. Whoever listens to this, they enjoy our general conversations, anyways. But I've caught up on my interviews with people. I got to send those files over to you, Scary, and get them up on the channel. But
No
I
problem.
like I've seen there's a couple more people out there that wouldn't mind sitting down and talking with, but it's like I've just gotten so sick of the fucking commentators, man. Like we all can sit down and actually judge other people's work because we're doing it. You know, we're actual creators. And while I'm not a big fan of the speaking from authority, in this situation, it matters. Especially if someone's going to judge someone on their technical techniques and just be a commentator. I don't like that. I really, really don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
All right. I don't know. I get consumers everybody has the right to express their opinion. Blah 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 blah. Suck it past that. Like these motherfuckers out there gotta be like, okay, in my opinion, this is but they fucking don't. And it's like, and they're not willing to actually look at like none of these popular creators, like fucking Christ, Straw Hat Goofy on fucking TikTok and fucking Instagram. There's a bunch of them on fucking YouTube that it's like they're trying to act like they're Siskel and fucking Ebert, and it's like y'all don't even have a fucking film degree. The fuck you know what a good shot looks like? Oh, I've seen hundreds of movies in this. It's like, have you ever made one?
Oh no.
Not yet.
No.
Well, you know, my screenplay, I'm working on it, and I gotta shut the fuck up. Like, that shit is it's just like, dude, it's like if you want to have an opinion, have a motherfucking opinion. But if you're gonna sit here and try and even on like the whole Reva thing with Obi-Wan Kenobi, like as much as I do not like the choices that were made for her and the scripting, none of that was Deborah Chow. None of that was fucking Moses Ingram. None of that was the writing crew. That was motherfucking Disney doing that shit.
Yeah, the actress herself is a G from everything that I found out about her, and I never had an issue with the actress. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's characters like when you dislike a character, it's because the actor is doing a fucking good job. It's not an indication of how that person really acts.
Yeah.
And so I can make that distinction between reality. I always have been able to. And somebody, who the fuck is shooting at me now? God damn it. Yeah, I've always been able to distinguish that. And so people that I don't like, it's character wise, never the actor, unless I find out that they're a douche dick.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
real quick, off tangent, back to what you and I were talking about, JP, Millie Bobby Brown. I saw an interview, and she's all blonde haired out and totally Hollywooded, and I can see the douche dick on her face.
Told you.
I was like, damn, I did not want that to be right because, I mean, they're that good of an actress, where they made you forget in real life that they can be a douche dick.
Like, once again, not trying to just speak from a position of authority, but like having my fucking experience actually in the industry behind the scenes, like you learn to spot them. Like, there's a lot of genuine ass actors and people in the industry out there that are fucking normal ass people. They just have a dope ass job.
Right.
But unfortunately, those are not the people that stay or regularly appear in the limelight, because to do that, you have to be full on Amber Turd narcissist.
Right.
Like, and that fucking bitch. Ooh. Ooh, that one would be fun. I'd do that one for free. Like, hypothetically, if I was still in the fucking game, I'd volunteer for that fucking duty. That'd be fucking fun. Turn her into poo. Like, oh, that fucking bitch is just so disgusting. But like, even circling back to what you're saying about like being oppressed is popular and profitable, and like nobody wants to give an honest opinion. Like, fuck being nice. I don't want to work with nice people. I work with kind cunts. Because a nice person will fucking lie to you to spare your feelings and inadvertently or intentionally keep you in a bad space thinking they're doing the right thing by supporting their friend and being nice. A kind
Right.
cunt will do the same until you fuck up.
Right.
And it's so infuriating seeing people just latch on to the need to be popular.
Yeah.
And seeing it in the nerd community, dude. Like that's honestly why I still fuck with the horror community so goddamn hard. Because even the times where it goes mainstream, everybody knows who's the cunts and who's the fucking real ones. Like there's so few douchebags, actual douchebags in horror now. It's ridiculous. Because we don't care. Like, but with nerddom, with nerd shit now, it's popular. Oh, I'm a canon Star Wars fan. You just like Legends, bitch. Like, dude, there are people out there that not only defending. All right, spoilers for you, Scary. Whoever's fucking listening, I'm sure you'll watch it just to see the fuckery. The time jump in episode 6 of Obi-Wan. Of about how like right how it started and all that. Al,
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah, there's people defending that.
Oh God. Of course there
There's
are.
there's people defending not strictly based on the race, not Mexicans or Jews backing up the writer, but there are people out there generally trying to say that by the power of Odin's fade is good representation.
Yeah. Yay. What else can I say? Yeah.
Right. At least if they should have done it, they should have put him with the Silver Surfer covered in graffiti.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Oh God.
Just let him pass out on a corner and he just gets tagged the fuck up. That'd be fucking great. That would have been fucking great. But like, yeah, dude, like I don't know. I'm glad that I found Maz on that server. Maz is a social media manager type person. She just likes to stay humble and says, "Oh, I just put creative people together and tell people about stuff." It's like, no, you will be our line of defense so we don't do stupid shit and hurt people.
Right.
I already had that conversation with her about things where it's like, I just basically summed it up. It's like, you've seen Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back. Yeah, I like that movie. You know the end where they have all the paper and where they spend their motherfucking movie check on? She's like, yeah. Hi. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm Like, yeah, no, dude, it's like I'm really looking forward to this year and like, oh fuck. It's gonna be interesting. It really is. How far have you fucking gotten on that the Jason thing, Scary? Like what are you looking at?
Let's see. I wrote 2 more scenes from what I sent you.
Okay.
So Jason is doing his thing in the cabins during Christmas time.
Okay. Okay. I mean, even if we just end up doing it as like a short film, like a 60-minute film or 45-minute film, that should be fucking dope.
That's probably
Cause
what I'm gonna be getting.
yeah, cause like honestly, dude, if we try stretching that bitch to like 81, 90 minutes long, man, we have to
Well, even
throw a
if
lot of titties in there.
even if I get like 60 minutes written, there could be a whole bunch of him stalking and shit in the woods.
I like today's.
I like titties too, and I like the idea of Jason's dude. He could slash open a pair of fake titties, and the fucking implants go bouncy bounce.
Oh, I should not have cackled like that.
Yes, he should have.
Oh, shit balls. That was
Like,
fucking
like,
awesome.
like he chops into the fucking jacuzzi and like knocks off her fucking size triple G's or some shit. You know, they go fucking like the tit pops off and then the silicone pops out.
Like, damn, that's fucking awesome.
Because
That is
I'm just thinking at this point, dude. Like, get the script down. We could like, I mean, honestly, we could just fucking sit around with some. You guys have a drink or two. I'll smoke a bud, and we'll come up with some cool ways to kill people.
That's what I'm looking for. I already got the Christmas tree one.
Oh God. Oh God. I can only imagine.
Well, I named all the kid characters, the ones who are the rich kids. I named most of them after like famous Christmas song people.
interesting.
So like you have the Cole family, like Nat King Cole.
Nat King Cole.
Like you have
Is anybody named
Rocco.
Frost?
What'd you say?
Is any family named Frost? The Frost family for Frosty the Snowman?
No, I didn't go that route.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I went
Okay.
there's the one of the kids' name is Mariah. As you know, all I want for
Oh,
Christmas
the
is you.
song. Yeah.
And her twin brother Michael, after like Michael Bublé, you know, like the Christmas, the famous
Get
Christmas.
the fuck out of here! You said Michael Bublé, the whitest mayonnaise fucking Christmas people out there. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah. Okay, I have a really random thing, but not random because we're just talking about it. All right, we're all 80s kids here. So we're talking about Christmas albums. One of my favorite all-time Christmas albums is Christmas with the California fucking Raisins in 1987, 88. That is one of the hardest damn Christmas albums you'll ever hear because them motherfuckers were singing the soul out of Christmas songs. And I remember I used to dress up after church and put on my little white white two-piece outfit and get in the living room and put on a fucking show, even if it was by my goddamn self, and sing those songs at the top of my goddamn lungs because them shits went hard. Like Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude,
And
I had all the California raisins little figures, dude. You preaching to the choir.
Yeah, dude, those raisins didn't fuck around at all.
No.
They have a root. I need you to look up Rudolph Wrap California Raisins. You know, it didn't age super well, but 30 years ago, that shit was one of the hardest things that you ever hear as a kid.
I will check it out after we get off the air.
That's going in my repertoire this Christmas.
And
what is it? Rudolph
Wrap California Raisins. And you should just play that shit in the background for our listeners so that they can be like, what the fuck did we just learn about?
There's going to be a big spike.
California Raisins.
And the shit is like, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a shiny nose, and if you wear a birthday, yes! There was a lot of red out there.
And if you're first home, you will be explaining
it does slap. It does slap so hard. But it is definitely that old school style of, hi, I'm in a car. I'm gonna go far.
Santa came to say, oh, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleep tonight? And hit it with
What was that fucking the Christmas rap song from Die Hard?
Oh God, that shit is
I
so
know
awesome.
you know which one I'm talking about.
I've only seen it a couple of times, but I definitely know what you're talking about.
I just always remember fucking Rufus. I think his name was Rufus, the limo driver, chilling with
Yeah.
the fucking bear.
Yep. Somebody
What
sent
the
me a
hell
YouTube
you
video of that
listening?
forever ago. Oh my god, so tired. Yeah,
Oh, dude, I'm not. Yeah, I feel you on the tired. I'm about to be heading it back out till like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Ew. Why?
Money?
Oh, are you gonna go DoorDash?
Yeah,
Okay, I
that ain't
got
gonna be
you.
till later. But
But I thought so. Did they extend the hours beyond 10 p.m.?
mm-hmm.
Of
Oh yeah,
certain places because you have certain places that are 24 hours. So that makes
yeah.
sense. That makes sense.
Being a drinking town as Milwaukee is, usually sit around here closes at like 2, 3.
Oh fuck me.
Yeah, I
Ah,
was thinking about doing an Uber or two tonight, but I have to work in the morning, and knowing the one Uber I'll get, I'll end up in the friggin' city or upstate New York.
Fuck that,
no thanks.
right? I'm just
Oh,
actually thinking about it more and more that my shoes are off, my socks are off, and I can just go out early in the morning before lunch rush
There you
yeah.
go.
because I'm old and tired. I did have when I was over at my sister's house, Truman out, came up with an idea for like some crazy ass fucking mutants. Like one like a female mutant that's like, well, it could be guy too, going through like puberty. And instead of it being like a Cyclops type of thing where his eyes just start shooting portals or like fucking uh Nightcrawler where he just starts teleporting, her shit is sorry. Is that she has psychic polymorphine,
Second, what?
where if psychic polymorphine,
Okay.
where if like she's walking around and she like sees somebody and like reads their mind a little bit, she turns into them.
Hmm.
Like she just gets an instant psychic link. But it starts off with her not being able to control it, and one day she goes to bed as a normal person, normal girl, and wakes up and like big family. She comes down, not noticing anything, and all of a sudden she walks in the kitchen and just sludge change.
So
Else-
this sounds reminiscent of a conversation you and I had when I told you how I get things etched in my sight, and I almost become them when I look at it because I can't get it out of my head, which is why I got to go watch cartoons when I see something scary.
Uh-huh.
Nice, very nice.
I pay attention to you. Like that's the thing. I know I come across as such an arrogant asshole that a lot of people think like just even subconsciously I don't pay attention. I listen to a lot of shit. And one of the reasons I smoke so much weed is that I have a hard time forgetting shit. So I have to make myself forget.
I've never accused you of not listening to me. No, we wouldn't be friends if you didn't listen to me,
I know, I
and
know.
and vice versa. You
Well,
know,
100%.
friends talk to each other and listen to each other. Their bullshit, their real shit, and the fun shit. So that's if you don't have nobody who will listen to you, then what's the point of talking to people?
It's very true. I had another
Amen.
idea. I had another idea was where a dude gets in. I don't. They don't have to be distinctly male or female, of course, but dude gets into a car accident where he's like Jeff Bezos money, and the only way to save him is they implant his brain into his chest, near his heart, and so the only thing that's him is the torso. So he can have
Almost like
like
I mean twins and shit,
kind of,
where they
but
share.
like, but it's like a robot head.
Okay,
Like,
you want some you want some Krang shit right now from the Ninja Turtles.
Yes, kind of like Krang meets Return to Wizard of Oz movie.
Oh, God, Return to Oz. I love that movie. That's one of my favorite movies as a kid, dude. Some people were freaked out by that shit. I love that shit.
I loved it too.
That movie was dope.
A young Fairuza Balk.
Yep.
Right? I had a crush
And
on
when
there, on her then, and fucking have a crush on her. Older her now.
it was weird because when I saw The Craft, and I was like, "Is this the same girl from?" And
Uh-huh.
I was like, "That's got to be her." Like, I recognize her completely at this stage in my life. You know, because I didn't really forget faces back in the day. I was like, she looks so familiar. And some people didn't know that Return to Oz existed. I was like, dude, it's a fucking dope ass movie. The bitch with
Yeah.
all the
Yeah,
head, that bitch with all the head, she fucked me
the
up as a kid.
Wheelers, the
Oh my god.
Wheelers.
The wheelies fucked me up too, dude. Them, man,
Uh-huh.
man, man. People talk about they got jacked up by the flying monkeys in the original Wizard of Oz, man. Them shits ain't bothering me. Them fucking wheelers, whatever you want to call them. Them motherfuckers was terrifying. I was like, oh hell, the fuck no. If nope was ever an adjective to describe something, that's all the nopes that ever noped. Fuck that shit. And,
Like, dude,
and looking back, they're not even creepy now. But back then, them shits was creepy as fuck.
oh,
Yeah.
they still fuck. Like, I'm not scared of them. Like, they still fucked up looking.
They
Like,
definitely are fucked up looking, but it didn't bother me as much as it did when I was a kid. And I was like, man, these fools is nah. That's why
those
I would become
books, though.
Not Regina King, Regina Hall from a scary movie. Don't go away, go.
I got you
Right?
on camera. You on candy camera now.
Oh God,
We need another. We need another scary movie. Like, not another
yeah,
in the franchise, but we need something else like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like that. That shit was just like, dude, when the fucking. I think it was in the second one where the dick went through the fucking hole in the stall, dude. Like, oh god.
Dude, that shit had me rolling. Oh my God, that shit was so hilarious back then.
Like
And
I thought
yeah,
the strong hand was like pushing it, and then I saw that. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, when
yeah,
the Wayans
Fucking Wayne.
brothers had it, man. I thought the Wayans brothers did a great job with those movies. My god, they're so funny.
yeah. That
Oh,
was it was so fresh and different at the time. It
like
was it was
I'm. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
no, I would say it was so fresh and something new for the genre at the time, and they nailed it. It was fantastic, and the way they did those NBA and one commercials too with the
Oh
trailer for
fuck.
Scary.
Yes. Like
We got some people born after 1995 who don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
shit. We can start talking about living color up in this motherfucker. They'd be totally confused.
Yeah, like your homework assignment for our listeners who were not born in the 80s: go
The
YouTube and Live in Color, and not the band, the sketch comedy
Yep.
show.
band's still good, but yeah.
Oh yeah, the band was amazing. I liked them. I liked
Oh
them a
yeah.
lot.
Cult to
That's
personality. But
that
it's
was
like
my shit.
I know in Living Color crawled so Mad TV could run, but I really
Yep,
wish it was the other way around.
Yeah.
Like,
yep,
because it's like if the Wayne's family would have come out right like before the Dave Chappelle shit, I don't think the Dave Chappelle shit would have went the way it would have went. I think Keenan Ivory Wayans would have been in a better position within like the executive structure to do what he should have been doing, or what he could have been doing. Not should have been, but could have
yeah,
been.
yeah.
Like, because that man is just oh God. He is the Black Mel Brooks.
He's
Yeah.
very visionary human being, and just
Like,
that whole family is just fucking brilliant. Like, and not
oh yeah,
even and not even the ones that we know about. Like some of the other ones that do shit are the ones that do shit behind the scenes that nobody knows their fucking name. Like that whole
yeah.
family is the shit. Like they got creativity for days.
Oh yeah, fucking dude. They grew up like Keen. Dude, I like Keen. Sorry, Keen fucking grew up watching the Marx Brothers, like the great vaudeville acts, and that's why their sketch comedy was so good, and
Nope.
SNL was so shit. Like they forgot their roots, and one thing you can always say about black comedians, they do not forget their roots. They harness what they grew up on, be it motherfucking Area Spears and fucking Cat Williams and fucking Jamie Foxx for people nowadays. Back in the day, you had Red Fox, you had fucking Mar- Three Stooges, you had the Marx Brothers, you had fucking Gene Wilder, you had fucking Richard Pryor, and it's like they would do shows in their basement, like their entire 12 people family, cousins and shit.
I know for
Like,
SNL back in the day, they all used to write their shit together, and you could tell in the comedy. But
yeah.
nowadays, they write their own thing and they don't like to share, and you could tell.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
Oh, for
they
sure.
no. There's very good Carlos Mencia type reasons why you don't share your shit.
I get that. I get that too. But you can see the
No, yeah,
disconnect. You can
Yeah,
see some
yeah,
of the disconnect and how some of the stuff flows and the chemistry between the sketch.
yeah. Well, the respect is gone. I mean, like back in the day, like yeah, they talk shit to Gilda Radner, but Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, fucking Harold Ramis, they all respected the fuck out of that woman.
yep.
Like that, and not just because she was a woman. That's what a lot of fucking these modern feminist dumbasses don't realize is when we work with somebody, we're not looking at them as a male or female. We're looking at them as that person. Like, and it hurts their feelings when you say, "Oh, that's not a woman. That's Gilda. That's not a woman. That's Mika. That's not a man. That's Aldez." You know, don't fucking just pigeonhole people into their demographics like they're doing now with SNL, man. It's like there's some funny bits, but like they're so afraid of saying the wrong thing and getting fired.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part is
Like,
sad.
I mean that's what made the Mike Myers, Adam Sandler, Chris Farley, Dana Carvey, fucking David Spade, with all the guest starring with Will Ferrell, is they didn't give a fuck.
No.
Like they knew they were going to piss people off and offend everybody, but they also went out and talked about who wrote the sketches
Yeah.
because they also at that time they also gained the respect again that the first season had. Like all them guys came from all the first season came from fucking National Lampoon. Like
Yeah, dude. Yes.
that shit. Jesus Christ. Not even the movies, like the radio dramas and the magazines, like fucking A, bro. Talk about using the good cocaine. Like just so good. Just
Yeah.
25 minutes on an LP of nothing but Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, and I think it was Eddie Murphy making whale noises. Like
That's
it,
awesome.
it's just comedy gold. Like it's just fucking brilliant.
I
Like
mean, yeah, I just know that Eddie Murphy was supposed to play, what's his name, in Ghostbusters.
Winston? Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
yes, he
I did
was,
know that. I did know that. I did know that.
because the original
I,
cast was going to be Bill, Dan, John, and Eddie,
yep,
and
You
I did know
imagine?
that.
Harold was going to write, produce, and direct with Ivan Reitman.
You imagine what kind of movie it would have been?
Because
Jesus.
I
How
think
would
they
it?
talked about that on I think they talked about that on the movies that made us.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those
Because
things that it's like, yeah, it's been known in the fandom for a minute, but John Belushi dying fucked up a lot of shit. As much as Chris Farley dying fucked up a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Because with Chris Farley, his character got given to fucking, I mean, Chris Farley was supposed to be Shrek.
Yes, he was.
The dude from King of Queens, that was supposed to be Chris Farley's role.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Kevin
There
James,
was
whatever his name.
yes. There was going to be a
Wow.
Tommy Boy 2. There was plans for a Black Sheep 2. Like, yeah. But circling back to one of the topics of this conversation, he became a celebrity. And at the end of the day, he didn't have anybody. He died with a fucking hooker.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't even die with a hooker. He was dying as she left. Like,
Right, because he had a heart attack or from OD or from drugs, didn't he?
Speedball. Belushi special.
Yeah. That's,
Same age. He was the same age too, right?
Yep. Within a couple months, I do believe.
Ugh.
Yeah, and I mean that movie would have been fucking. Grown Ups would have been phenomenal. Ghostbusters with John would have been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there was even talks for a minute after John died for John Candy to step into his role for that, but John Candy said no.
And then we lost John Candy.
Yep.
We sure did. Uncle Buck himself.
I was going to say, we could have had an Uncle Buck 2, a proper Planes, Trains, and Automobiles 2.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I actually stayed at that hotel that they stayed at that they filmed in Illinois. It was right by Six Flags down there.
Yeah.
And get there a little early, fuck it, get a room, go crash there for the night, go back in the morning. Save gas. Yeah, there is so many what ifs that we could have. Like fucking John Belushi in a Ghostbusters movie.
Jesus.
And there's an alternate reality where that happened.
I know. There's a multiverse, remember?
It's the darkest dimension, or the Abed was talking about.
Dude, we are in the darkest timeline,
Dude, I am on season 5 now, and Troy has left, and I feel a certain type of way. I feel incomplete.
Troy did not leave. Clone Troy left.
I know. I'm sad, but yeah, still enjoying it.
Yeah, like
I think the last episode that I saw was right after he left. So I'm trying to remember what that was. The bear, like they were talking about the bear attacked, and Chang was saying, bear down.
Bear down for midterms. Yeah. I speaking of Community, I'm going to say this about Umbrella Academy. I have not uttered these words since Community went off the air. Was no longer the Yahoo TV was no longer around. Umbrella Academy #6 seasons of the movie. Fucking amazing, dude. Like, without going into any details, not only are the battles superior than just about anything you've seen in a Marvel show when it comes to cinematography, blending action, dialogue, special effects, and music. Umbrella Academy wins out.
Nice.
Marvel and DC need to take notes on how they do their mutants, because Umbrella Academy is how you do it.
Okay.
Like the subtle uses of teleportation, and just there's a character in the 3rd season that's a telekinetic, and she's walking up to her room carrying cereal in one hand while like trying to sneak around a corner with a nut. Like it's such practical use of like mutant powers and magic.
Was it very much like on X2 where we see Colossus carrying the big ass TV like it was nothing, and Bobby freezing shit, and like
with the Coke where Bobby grabs the fucking soda from Wolverine, is like,
yeah. See, that's the kind of shit that I like. I love that kind of stuff. And I'm only, like I said, I'm probably 4 or 5 episodes into season 1. of Umbrella Academy, and then I stopped watching. Not because I didn't like it, I fucking loved it, but something else was going on, and I started watching something else, and then I didn't pick it back up. I think Wifey was working nights because we started watching it together, and so we hadn't picked it back up. So now we have like 40 billion other shows that we watch now that we're trying to fucking catch up on. And then I started watching Community, and that has been a roller
Yeah.
coaster of fun.
Finish
And
that first before you start Umbrella Academy again, because I recommend starting
yeah,
from the beginning. Like,
yeah, we would. And Wifey has to rewatch all of Young Justice because she's only seen up to season 2 and only the first like 3 or 4 episodes of season 3, and she's forgotten all of it. And I told her, well, seasons 3 and 4 kind of went ham on some shit you got to watch. So
that's true.
so we got
That
a
is
lot. We
true.
got a lot to watch. We got a lot of shit to watch. And now that little mom is getting older, she can get more involved in the stuff that we're watching. Because a lot of times when we have her, what we watch changes. So we have to switch up and go to something a little more family friendly. And then when she's gone, that's when we try to pick back up on the stuff that we would watch.
Got you. I got you.
So
Phil, have
that's
you
how
watched?
we get behind. Have what now?
You said I was gonna say. I know you're caught up with The Boys. Phil, have you watched any of The Boys?
Not recently, no.
Like, did you get through season 1 at all?
I got through part of it.
Oh
Oh,
shit! So
bro.
you're like super. Okay, so you're
Yeah.
super far behind. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know it's gonna be hard for you to do, but when you get the chance, take 3 separate days and watch all the 3 seasons.
Okay,
That
I
is
could
the
do
only.
that.
I know how your brain is, bro. That is the only way you're gonna be able to do it. They will pull you the fuck in.
Okay, I'm down.
Because there's it's what 8, 9 episodes per season, something like that.
9 or 10. Let me look right now. The
So I want to say that there were 8 in the first season, and then maybe 9 in the second.
it's 22 episodes total. 25 episodes. Um, season 1. Season 1's 8. Yeah, they're each going to be 8. It looks like. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put
Yeah.
my Prime subscription to use. I'm gonna catch up.
Oh, dude, they're so like, dude, Deep House, fucking, dude, there's so much good shit on Prime. Like, there's so much good shit.
I need to watch the animated version of The Boys that they have out right now too.
Yes, you do. Yes,
And
you do.
the Something Something Machina animated show as well. I need to watch. I can't think of the name of it.
Third season of fucking Love, Sex, and Robots came out.
Yes, we need to watch that too.
Yeah.
We have
But, like,
so much to fucking watch, bro. So much shit.
like, honestly, dude, like, Umbrella Academy is dude, that. And the thing is with that, the comic books are so different. So like, the comic books are more like X-Men than the show is. The show, it looks at it more like kind of like Family Matters, like not Family Matters, kind of like Family Ties, but everybody's adopted and they have superpowers, and that's just like the vibe it carries throughout it. Like,
Right.
but the comic, dude, is like, oh god. Like, when I first met Gerard, and it was just like, he's trying to claim, oh, I don't smoke weed. Liar! I have read your shit. To be able to think of not only racist, time traveling super assassins that wear comic book masks, but they were recruited at the height of racism in America just to take down a prepubescent, trapped in the past other temporal assassin. Yeah, you smoke pot. You smoke a lot of weed. It shows. Like, it was funny because it's like when they transferred the cast over, they did a lot of racial swaps. They made Allison black, Diego's Hispanic something. I don't know what the fuck he is. Vanya, you know, Ellen / Elliot Page and all that. So, but like in the comics, they were all white kids. And like he's like, oh, and they asked me like, well, why didn't you do it then? It's like, oh, I just didn't think of it. And it's just such a genuine, true fucking answer because it's like it wasn't no race motivated shit. It just because it didn't matter. Like Will Smith at Independence Day.
Yeah.
You know,
Which I fucking love.
right? Like, but I could still see fucking Gary Oldman in that part. I could see Harry Connick Jr. in that part. I could see fucking bunch of motherfuckers in that part. Not saying he didn't do a great job, but it's just that type of role.
Right. It wasn't written for anyone specifically. You come and you add your persona to it and make it your own. You know, Bruce Willis could have done Independence Day, like a younger Bruce Willis, and it would have been dope. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I do love the fact that Will did it, and it was amazing because he brought his Willisms to it. But I could have, yeah. It was.
It's one of those. Yeah, it's one of those roles where you're supposed to see yourself in there, and Will just happened to be the action figure that you were playing with. Same thing with the Umbrella Academy comic books, is that you know they're from what I've seen, in my opinion, basically, is that they're not white kids; they're just blank. You know, it's like fill in whatever color you want them to be. You want them to be peach, make them peach. You want them to be dark chocolate, make them dark chocolate. You want them to be fucking banana yellow, make a banana yellow. You know, but it's like I was gonna say taco yellow, but that's a little insensitive. Funny,
Laffy Taffy yellow,
loud as hell. Yeah, the black man says Laffy Taffy. Okay, we'll leave that one alone.
Or now and later yellow.
At least you didn't say now and letter watermelon pink. That would have been bad.
No, I'm allergic to watermelons. So I don't make a lot of watermelon jokes.
Are you serious?
Yeah, how many brothers you know allergic to goddamn watermelon?
You poor man.
But I can have like a couple of bites, and then my body's like, you better watch the fuck out.
Are you fucking serious, dude? What the fuck?
Yeah,
that sucks. But yeah, dude, like the comics are dope. They're definitely worth a read. Like, but the show is just if it doesn't get renewed and they end it where it does, I have a feeling they'll find a home for it. But like the trilogy that it creates, in my opinion, is on par with the new Planet of the Apes movies.
Ooh,
like,
okay.
It's dude that you are like Rose, the ride that season 3 takes you on.
Yeah.
You are going to be so mad by the time it ends, like in the best ways. Like if I wasn't screaming "you dirty betraying cunt, fuck you" at random characters on the screen, it was "oh you dirty motherfucker."
Yeah.
And like you don't see a fucking thing coming. Like, dude, Steve Blackman is one of the best fucking showrunners out there. In my opinion, he's up there with like Russell T Davies and the team behind Supernatural and Young Justice.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, dude. Like, I want to spoil it all now, just to tell you how badass it is.
Yeah, but you know I'll ream you for that.
Oh no, I'm not like. That's how much I want to violate every ounce of my core and intentionally spoil it. Like, it is that fucking good, y'all. Like,
and I haven't even fucking watched. I haven't even watched the second season of that other DC series that was on not Titans, but the other one that came from Titans with the metal dude. That Doom Patrol. I haven't even watched the second season of that, man. I'm so behind.
That's another fucking mind fuck. I love that show.
And I think I'm caught up on Titans, honestly. I think. I have to double check. Like, there's so much shit to watch, dude. Like, I really was digging. I swear to God, the 4 episodes that I saw of Umbrella Academy, and it really took me in. And I will tell you that I am on issue 33 of Knights of the Old Republic. And out of 50, and I'm like, shit, it's getting closer to end. I don't want it to fucking end, but Kane Jarek is that's that
Mm,
he's a blundering genius.
yes, yes, he is.
Oh God,
So to
he's like a little more cognitively there than Jar Jar Binks,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
but with force powers.
yes.
It's amazing. It's absolutely fucking amazing, and I can't wait till Lucian gets his just desserts. So,
Oh, I can't wait
I
till you're done so we can sit down and talk about them.
bruh,
Just to fill
eh,
you in, Scary.
Mhm.
During your during
hiatus, your
your
hiatus.
hiatus because of the cunt. That that no matter what, it was always she only has one fucking not one pronoun, and that is cunt. Um,
Cunt basket. Remember, I came up with cunt basket.
cunt basket. That's correct. Yes, thank you, thank you. I began showing Aldez here the reason why I look down so much on modern Star Wars, and I think he's starting to understand.
I
Right.
understand. I definitely understand, but at the same time, I'm appreciative of what I'm getting
Yeah,
at this point.
for the most part, I am too. Besides the stuff we discussed, because I don't want to spoil Kenobi for you, and just in case you plan on watching it.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I gave him like the Dark Horse comic book list, and he started going through it, and it's like, yeah, this is the good shit. This is like what he's reading right now is what paid for Star Wars. Is why there's Star Wars now.
Yeah.
Did you ever read any of the Dark Horse comic books or anything like that?
I am not.
I
It's fucking lit, man. Um,
like,
as the youngins say, it slaps.
yeah,
And this is,
it's
just
adult. It's very
yeah,
adult.
just to give you a premise. Like I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, but just to give you the premise of it, it takes place. What did it say? 6,930
But
something. No,
yeah, about
3,000. This is 3,963 years before the events of Anakin and everything, where Jedi's were plentiful and guarded the Republic and blah blah blah, and there was a Sith war and they thwarted it and everything, and now they're trying to not worry about it happening again. And you have these seers, these Jedi seers, and this mom, she and her husband are Jedi's, and they have a son, and she has a prophecy of getting these five seers together because they become like the best, you know, borderline triumvirate plus two. Like they become like this great thing that could foresee the darkness happening, and they could kind of hedge against it, kind of thing. And they foresee a Jedi bringing back the Sith um, era, and so they have to combat it. And it starts a whole bunch of drama where I don't even want to tell you this part just because I was just like, oh word. Well, let's just say that there's Padawans involved and there's framing involved and there's a chase that ensues, and some of the masters are after Padawans, and you're like, why? So it like, dude, the first three issues will just set it up for you. Be like, oh, this is some fucked up shit. And there's no way in hell um, Disney will do that to that
no.
magnitude. But if the rumors are true, we might get Knights of the Old Republic, like they said, in a couple of years. Because
If
I
they're
was
gonna
looking,
do that, they're gonna do it like they did Thrawn. Like the version of Thrawn that we have in canonical
Rebel
Star Wars,
and Rebels.
yeah, is a bitch. Fuck that Thrawn. The original Thrawn, the one that we actually want, the one that Ahsoka should actually be hunting, made Joseph Goebbels and fucking Hitler look like fucking Albert Einstein. Like,
You want to know what's funny? Like the the Thrawn in Rebels, as intuitive as he reminds me of how Reva's character was in Kenobi. She just
mm-hmm,
happened to be in the right place and say the right things at the right time.
yeah. No, Thrawn as like that was the one thing about like the Empire that Lucas has changed over the years. It wasn't originally going to be the America against Vietnam. No, it had to do with the Nazis. You know, look at his good friend Steven Spielberg. It makes sense. Like, and the xenophobia behind it. The
Gotcha.
emperor was historically xenophobic. Like, there was a reason why everybody was human in the empire, and it wasn't just for budget reasons. For story reasons, it was because if you weren't human, you weren't shit. Like, the greatest warrior race in the galaxy was the Wookiees, basically, and he made them slaves. And we saw what an evil Wookiee can do in Black Chrysanthemum. And
Yes,
to,
I
and
called him Debo Baca.
oh, dude, for real, that man was from the block. He lives in the hood, and he's got a penthouse, you know, downtown. That man, that is, he's the dude. But the Thrawn that we got in the OG Legends material was revered by the Emperor. There was only one Grand Admiral, and that was Thrawn for a reason. Like, he was that, he, like, in the most gangsta definition, he was that dude. Like, he went out to the unknown regions, and like, and that's what pissed me off about the fucking that third movie. They should have fucking put Thrawn in there. It should have been the goddamn Emperor.
That would have been
Ooh,
cool. That would have been really cool because I didn't want to see the Emperor. I really didn't. I had gotten tired of him from the prequels, and then watching all of Clone Wars series. Like I was really fed up with him at this point. I was like, he gave me the same feeling that I wanted to get rid of freaking Homelander. I was like, can somebody just kill this motherfucker already, please? I'm so
yeah.
over him. That that's legit how it felt. Like someone take this motherfucker out. He's
I,
annoying
I
as shit.
I felt that as soon as he became the best lightsaber duelist in the galaxy and all this, it's like, dude, no,
I
no.
understand that they're going with some of that ancient, like Asian lore, where the older you get, the more badass you are. But like, come on, man, come on, come on.
If I had to take Legends Palpatine versus Canon Palpatine, Legends Palpatine would be going Ed Gein on fucking Canon Palpatine. Like, fuck that. Like, the original Palp was a fucking Sith, was like demigod basically. Like, just so much, but Disney got to put their own spin on it. That's just what they do, and they're going to do the same thing with fucking aliens. Oh, which I was going to say, Phil, I know you're a big horror fan. Check out the from Dark Horse, the same people, the same production team also came out with Aliens comic books.
Really?
Dang.
Yeah.
All right, I'm in.
AKA
He's like, I'm in.
AKA humanity is stupid.
Yep.
Oh,
Like the original fucking Alien versus Predator shit, dude, like where they fucking comes from Dark Horse. That was Dark Horse that created that. Like with where fucking the original story what took place basically after Predator 2, and aliens overran planet Earth, and I think it was Wayland, it was either Wayland or Utani, I can't remember which one it was, but they sent out a distress beacon using Predator 2 ship technology and brought the predators here.
ah.
And once it was over with, like humans won, you know, that's how they were able to continue the comic book series. Spoilers, oh, like, because it's an entire train, like they're all connected. Like there's some
Yeah.
that deal with like certain like space stations where they're researching this aspect of the alien that goes wrong. I mean, it's usually the same trope, but they're fucking good. And it's like even stuff that you've seen in like Prometheus and what was the new Alien movie?
Covenant.
Fuck,
Covenant, yeah.
Covenant. Yeah, like stuff from there comes from the comics, especially like the dress, how they act, verbiage, back scenery. Like it's fucking cool, and it's twisted as fuck too. You'll love it.
I gotta get my hands on that.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Like, dude, Dark Horse is so fucking underrated when it comes to their comic books, dude. Like, they're fucking master storytellers over there. Because, dude, those Star Wars books are just on par with the fucking Alien ones, dude. Like, there's one Alien story. There's one, I think it's Alien Asylum, I think. Aliens have taken over humanity and evolved to the point where they can, like, control humans. And so a general decides that he is going to breed aliens to come back and take over the world.
Damn. No, thank you.
You can realize how well that went.
Nope.
Like, you know he's going to fail, but you still can't help but read him fail. It's like, yeah, you stupid fuck. It's fucking great. It's like, oh, you idiot. You were dumb. You were so dumb. But yeah, those comic books are fantastic stories, and even if they're going to keep them as legends, we deserve them to at least see them animated.
Yeah, that would be dope. I would
Because
love
like,
to see
dude,
all that shit animated.
yeah, like Phil, dude, I highly recommend reading these Star Wars books. Like they are not children's comic books, not in the least. Maybe teenagers.
Yeah, maybe my son will be into it. He's a teenager.
Pretty sure he will. With as much as he likes Pokemon, he's
Yeah.
gonna dig these. Like it has a lot of Oriental cultural influences in it still, which is why,
Okay.
in my opinion, they're good because like the sword fight, the duels are just as flashy, and the whole honor system and the betrayal arcs and all that. It's very Asian classic Asian cinema. But
Very, very much. Oh shit! Did that really just happen?
yes, yes, like plus XR Kun. Like there was no in Star Wars. There was no dual bladed lightsabers before XR Kun. Like he he made the temple on Yavin 4 when he was dead. Like,
It's been fucking amazing reading this shit, dude.
yeah, like, and this is all the shit that Kathleen Cunt Kennedy was like, oh yeah, there's nothing out there. We're just gonna do our start from scratch.
It's like you have so much shit that you could pull from, dude. I was like,
Oh,
yes, I was like, I get why some fans are upset, but at the same time, we're not always gonna get the stuff that we want directly adapted onto something else. It would be cool, but we're not gonna get it.
I have I had
We'll get an interpretation of it, and something's better than nothing. But yeah, I would love to see like a direct adaptation of what I've been reading. That shit would be fucking off the chain.
I mean, they're learning their lesson with Mandalorian. Like they
Yeah.
took Kenobi too much as like a PG kid show. They should have made it a PG-13 show. Like missed opportunities.
Yeah, there were some missed
Missed.
opportunities, but they got to try to keep some of it Disney, some of it, and I get
No,
it. But I
no.
mean, if you're doing what I'm saying is they in their mindset they're trying to keep some shit Disney. But if they've just acquired the Marvel shows and put the ones from Netflix on there like Luke Cage and whatnot, they could skate the line in between those two extremes and give us something that is nitty gritty.
Disney
And
18.
right. Or even fucking Disney 16.
Yeah, I'd be about that. Like, dude, Disney has churned out some dope ass horror flicks. Like, why are they forgetting their roots? Black Cauldron, fucking bed knobs and
Oh,
broomsticks.
I'll talk about Black Cauldron. That's my shit. I know. That's our shit. We love that.
Uh huh. Like that.
I,
Right. I mean,
I might actually turn that shit on and play that while I'm reading my comics tonight, as my background noise. You done started
uh,
something.
good. It's a good thing to
Anyone
start.
listening? Anyone who's listening? If you haven't seen Black Cauldron before, you're doing yourself a disservice.
Yes. Yes.
That is one of the older Disney animated classic 2D ones, and it very much gives me a Fern Gully meets Neverending Story meets Sword in the Stone vibe.
Well, it's based off of Welsh legends.
So it's that
Like
shit is dope.
I mean, dude. Speaking of OG Disney shit, Scary. Have you ever seen Midnight Madness?
No.
What the fuck? Oh my god, you two are killing me. So Midnight Madness is not only one of the first feature films with Michael J. Fox in it. It is also one of the first instances of seeing Star Wars in another medium being properly represented. That has nothing to do with Steven Spielberg or George Lucas at all. It is about a group of like different teams. Blue, there's a blue team, a white team, yellow, red. I think a black or purple team, and they have to do this Midnight Madness race where they got to go from a starting point to an end point, and it's a bunch of like scavenger hunt type shit where they got to go to like an observatory in Los Angeles and like look at them, like look at a sign somewhere. It's fucking crazy, dude. Like it's some good classic '80s cocaine movies,
I
but it's
just
not.
I remember seeing the cover of it. I don't.
Yeah.
I might have seen it a long time ago and just don't remember, honestly.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it was one of those that I watched on repeat. Like I loved it, and it scared the shit out of one of my cousins, so I loved watching it.
Nice, nice. Hey fellas, I'm gonna dip out of here at 10:30
Yeah,
because
that seems like a good time to wrap this bitch up.
I'm fighting sleepies, and the only thing that's keeping me up is thinking about all the shit we're talking about and going to talk about and shooting these motherfuckers in the face right now.
Well, let's wrap this bitch up right here then. Fucking, we'll bring it together
Um,
next week Sunday. Fucking, does that work? What would next week
yeah,
Sunday be for you? Would it be before 5 or after 5?
next Sunday before 5 would work for me because my baby girl comes after 5 next week.
What about you, Scary?
I could do my best to make that work. I think I can make it work though.
And if it
Okay.
doesn't, then I can maybe do an hour or so of getting in there and coming to holler at y'all because she would probably just come in and sit here and lay up under my arm while I'm talking to y'all. And if I have my headphones in, she won't hear us talking crazy, and she might just hear me drop a couple of f bombs here and there. But she's heard me
Yeah,
curse plenty of times, and she
she
knows better.
doesn't. Yeah, I don't. As vulgar as I am, I'm not comfortable cussing around other people's kids.
Yeah. So I'd have the headphones in. So if I drop a few 4-letter words, she won't flinch. So she won't hear what we're talking about on this end, and
Right
she'll
on.
she'll just be chilling because she wants to be in daddy's presence. Gotta love it. Gotta love daddy's girls.
Yeah,
Yes.
love it while you can.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So what kind of homework should we have to watch for next week? Phil, do you think you'd be able to get any one of these shows watched? Like, if so, pick
Yes.
one, and then I'll make sure I'm caught up with it too. Like, if you choose Umbrella Academy, then I'll jump all in on Umbrella Academy. But if it's The Boys, I'm already caught up. But if it's something, or even Stranger Things, like, how far are you? Are you a Stranger Things fan?
I was. I just
Uh,
haven't gotten myself involved in it recently, but I can. I
yeah,
know
you
I've
you
seen
pick our
some of
poison.
that.
Yeah, pick our poison, man.
Yeah, you're the selector here.
What is Stranger Things on? I forgot.
Netflix.
Netflix.
Yep.
Umbrella
And
Academy and Stranger Things are on Netflix. The Boys is on Prime.
yep,
Okay,
The
I
Boys.
have both, so that's good. I will do. I'm gonna do Stranger Things.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So, have you seen up to season 3?
Probably not, but I'll
Season
binge it.
4. There's 4 seasons.
Right. That's why I asked. I was asking him. I was like, if he's caught up with season 3, then we'll jump into
Oh,
4.
Yeah,
But
good point.
here's the thing. We should probably actually no, we would be fine on Sunday. You know why? Because the remaining two episodes of season 4 come out on Friday, so we would have time to watch them. So
That's
Stranger
true.
Things would work. Stranger Things would work. I can get caught back up and get to season 4 with Baby Girl because we're on season 3. And I was like, if you can handle Stranger Things, you can handle anything that Daddy watches because that's about as crazy as Daddy watches. And
Very true.
because she was afraid of Quiet Place. And
What?
I was like, honey, this is just suspenseful. It's just an alien. You've seen aliens before. You've seen creepy things like this before, but they're not ugly. And something about it freaked her out. And so I was like, well, the Demogorgons. She said the Demogorgons look like the things from Quiet Place. I said, yeah. And you spazzed out on these bitches. And she's like, I think you should revisit that and watch part 2 with us because it was just as good. She's like, I'll think about it. I was like, all right. Because I told her, sweetheart, if this was our family, you would have got us killed before little man got killed in the beginning of the movie.
I
You know,
think I think that's probably her issue.
I
Like,
was like, shit. I was like, yeah, we did. We did, honey. Yeah. Because even with her damn dental surgery, she was still trying to talk. I'm like, shut the fuck up, honey. I was like, you need to not be talking right now. You're gonna make yourself bleed. She was trying to talk with the gauze in her mouth. Like, honey, stop. I was like, get the iPad and tell me what you're trying to tell me. Stop trying to physically talk. I'm like, little girl, if you don't shut the fuck up. She's such a talker, dude. She is such a social butterfly, and it's crazy. Like, so she has that side of me where she can engage with people,
Mhm.
but she doesn't know how to be quiet. And I
Yeah.
was like, you need to learn how to be by yourself, which she can. She can be left to her own devices, but I think, yeah, that's another conversation because of what she's gone through, and I've told you, JP, some of the
yeah,
shit she's gone through. So that's why she can be by herself. But when she's around people that thrives with her, she can't be still and she can't keep quiet. She has to engage, and that's cool. And I appreciate that about her. Like when it's like us talking like right now. If
yeah,
there's something to say, we won't be quiet because we have so much that we can talk about with one another, and we can keep shit going for hours and hours and just vibe with one another. She's like that with people that she feels safe around. So I'll say that. So
mm,
yeah.
okay, that makes
So
sense.
yeah. So yeah, Stranger Things it is. The last two episodes of season 4 will be available on the 1st. I'm off that day, but I can't cheat and watch it without my wifey. And so I'm like, I didn't tell you, like, until further notice, I'm off every other Friday. My job is like, we want to show you guys more employee appreciation. So you don't have to work extra hours. You don't have to do anything else with your paycheck. Just know that every other Friday, 2 of you are off and then the other 2 are on. I'm like, you ain't got to tell me fucking twice.
Damn.
So
Hell yeah.
I was like, thank you, motherfucker.
I mean, shit, that works. Free fucking weekend
So
off.
so I'm like really there's something exciting about knowing that I only have 4 days to work this week and I can chill the fuck out.
There you go.
Well,
So
shit.
hell yeah.
That actually gives us a day if you want to work on some writing shit.
Yeah, as long as I don't sleep my fucking day away, we can do that because I haven't been able to work out in over a week because of my back, dude. My back's been in
Are you
shambles.
serious? Oh
Yeah,
man.
because I heard it um, when I was younger twice. Once in
Yeah.
'05, and then once when I was younger, being stupid, trying to jump over the rock wall in between our houses, and I fell. So yeah, that was fun. So now if my back gets tweaked a certain way or I sleep wrong, my whole lower half feels heavy as shit. Like
Mm.
my back hurts. It's like a burning, numbing, dull pain um at my waist and at the pelvic girdle. Like my whole it just I feel my weight is not supported. That's how it feels. Like I can't like stand upright. I'm like shit. Like you remember the episode of Fresh Prince when Uncle Phil's back gave out and then he tried to play everybody? Like, well, it really hurts that way, and it was better earlier for him, but my shit takes a while. It fucking sucks.
Mm.
So I haven't been able to work out. So I've dropped the weight that I've been telling you that I've been trying to drop, but it's not
Yeah.
as I probably would have dropped a little bit more if I've been able to do my workout. So I've just been definitely watching what I'm eating and keeping my 10-day cleanse stuff with my protein shakes and my collagen bone broth and all that stuff at bay. So like right now, I want to go snack, and I have to keep telling myself, "Motherfucker, don't go snack. Go drink some water and take your punk ass to bed."
Yep. Yes, you
Yeah.
do. And
So
on that note, everybody else listening to this shit, be it during the day, go take a nap. Be it late at night, take your ass to bed. We're going to call
that's
this
it.
bitch a motherfucking episode in the can.
Yep,
Thank
with
y'all
no
for tuning
direction
in.
whatsoever. Just
Hell
randomness.
no.
The randomness that is the Three Musketeers.
Right?
Amen.
The homies 3.
The homies three.
The homies 3.
Oh shit, that's what we should totally call ourselves now without copyright issues. Like you know,
Right? I
the
mean, shit,
homies.
if Marvel can do it with By Odin's Fade, we can do it.
Yeah, God
Yep.
damn.
Dude, Aldez, I swear to fucking God, if you have the balls to cosplay as Miles Morales Thor, I would never lose respect for you.
Yeah, but I might
I,
lose my black card.
I'm
Uh,
aware, but if there's any man that could go in there and try and keep the straight face, it would be you.
dude, I have a Mjolnir. I do. I have a dope ass Mjolnir. So
Jesus Christ.
I just got to get swole. Get me on that Chris Hemsworth shit. Like no,
Dude.
I have some friends and I have some very troll like black friends that be like, do it, like the chancellor, do it, do it,
Do
do it,
it.
do it,
Do
do
it.
him, do it. So
Do it, Anakin.
they would probably co-sign that shit just from a troll standpoint. Be like, bruh, you did not really fucking just do this. And then I will, if dude, if I could find a way, I'm sorry for those listening. I know we said we're leaving, but I have a funny ass fucking idea. If there was a way that I could create a comic cloud next to my head and have that written out in comic font, like by Odin's Fade, I would walk around with that shit constantly at a fucking convention.
I
I
mean,
would totally.
we could easily do that. What we do is we put little old girl, we put the child in a green screen suit, and she has it on a green stick on the cloud, and she just holds it up by your head. So that way, when it comes to taking pictures, we can technically just edit her out or keep her in there if we want. But we could actually then have the ease of editing her out and just literally green screen her out.
Dude, that would be so fucking hilarious. Like I would totally rock the costume for that purpose. I would, just for that troll piece alone, because that was the most non-blackety black shit
No, no.
that Marvel.
After No, after I saw that, I truly thought, how long until somebody really thinks they're going to do, like somebody who's not on Jim Lee, Jeff Johns' level, do a white Black Panther?
Dude, oh my god, it
It can be done.
yeah, it's it.
It would take somebody like Jeff Johns, as what he did with Blackest Night, to pull that off. Like, it would have to be a continuity reset if they're going to do it that way. But
Yeah, like I see I see the downside of that more than I see the good side of it. I would read it just to see what kind of creative shit they did, but I also know why it would be a clusterfucker. I just
oh
know.
yeah. Well,
I just
that's
know.
why you would need somebody like Jeff. Like, I'm sorry to be riding his dick, but the Blackest Night and Brightest Day series from DC Green Lantern is some of the greatest comic books written since fucking the Death of Superman, fucking Nightfall, like fucking the Infinity Gauntlet, Extinction Agenda, Executioner Song. Like, it's
I have that on my list to download if I don't have it already on my hard drive, Blackest Night, because I had read some of it already.
yeah. Once you read it all the way through, you will understand why I say he could do it. The way he handles sensitive, delicate topics
Mhm.
is amazing. And he
Good
could
one.
handle it with proper delicacy. Thank you. Like, I really think he could. Would he want to?
Like
No.
Like the only reason I would not want to see it because it would appease all of those dumbass people whose main argument would be, what if there was a White Panther, blah blah blah, instead of Black Panther? Like that would fucking just feed into
Why it be a
their
White
mis
Panther?
their
The
their
character's not white.
miseducation.
It's
I'm
not
sorry.
White Panther. It's not White Panther. It's the White Wolf and Black Panther,
Right.
and it's the
The White
symbol
Wolf
of
and
it.
Black Panther. Right. But they're saying, well, a lot of the arguments that I see is like, well, why is this character black? How would they feel if they had a white Black Panther? I was like, no, it's not the same, bruh. His being black is a part of the whole thing. And like you can't use that as the comeback argument. It doesn't fly, my guy. It doesn't. And so just if it was done, if they actually did a White Panther, not White Wolf, with Winter Soldier, then I could see that being something to feed
Like,
into that
yeah.
narrative. That
I
would be the
mean,
only reason why I want to watch it.
if they would like the only way to truly do it and to make sense with the characters, the location, and everything going on would be to do it as either a main continuity or an Elseworld tale. And to do it in
I
main
would take
continuity,
it as, I mean, we have the multiverse, so they can do it in a different multiverse and get away with it.
like who's to say that fucking in one multiverse, fucking T'Challa or his dad or one of his ancestors didn't fall in love with a white woman?
Yeah,
Why is that so wrong? It does
he
not
would have
make
had
him any.
he would have had to have left Wakanda for that when he went to go learn abroad.
I mean, exactly. Like there's all kinds of different avenues for it to actually go down, and it's like if you look at it from the good side, if you have like if you look at it like a lot of like white Africans minus the like we have our racist Senate and House, like you have the leftovers from apartheid, but if you look at a
Right.
lot of fucking white Africans down there, they're like the rednecks up here. They will fuck you up before the black folk can get to you. Like if you
Some
have a
straight up deliverance type shit.
yeah, like oh no, you, you really want him alive? Oh, take away my fun. Okay, fine, I'll just catch him. Like,
Some next of kin type shit with fucking
hmm but
what's his
but the
face
point, but
God.
they're so fanatic about their fucking country that it would work. It would just be like, okay, he's just white. You know what I mean? But it has to be done in such a way with a talent like Jeff Johns has with storytelling and delicately layering the layers so it doesn't become overwhelming or cliche. It smoothly fits organically. You need that level, but of course you couldn't like keep them as that. It would have to be a placeholder, like
Right.
or a multiverse type of thing or whatever. Get whatever
Yeah.
MacGuffin they want to put on it, but it could easily be done and done
Oh, I
in
know
a
it can
way
easily be done.
that would slap the dog shit out of the racist folk because like as much as people don't want to admit it, yeah, there's billions or millions of black folk in Africa, but yeah, there's a lot of white people that were there from colonists, but they are now Africans too.
Yeah.
Like they love their countries in a non-apartheid way. Like I could see it working. I mean, hell, they could even do it where fucking for some reason fucking Bucky takes over for like a week or two or some shit.
See that
That
I can deal with that. You know,
you know,
especially shit. We got a new topic for next time. One or something we can dig into because
we could do this during the
with
week if you want.
with Sam taking over as as Captain America, and what's happening with Black Panther 2 and Shuri, fucking
Yeah,
Bucky could totally go back to to
Wakanda.
Wakanda and help out. He
Oh,
totally fucking could.
I could see that. Like honestly, I could see that Bucky becoming Black Panther. Like somebody challenging him and him just walking up with the arm and like kicking their lower jaw. Like next.
Yeah, like
Anybody
because
else wish to challenge?
I don't know if you've ever watched the Avengers Assemble cartoon that came out after Earth's
Hmm.
Mightiest Heroes, but they had a whole arc. Season 4 was all about Black Panther, and it was such an amazingly done season. And it talked about the White Wolf and everything, and how they were brothers and grew up, and father treated
Yep.
them like he was dude. It was fucking amazing. That way, it could work. It could work that way, but he couldn't be White Panther or Black Panther. He'd have to be White Wolf because of the sensitiveness of what it stands for, especially with listen to me. They would have to do it that way because how many complaints do we get from both non-black and black people about whitewashing stuff all these years?
How many
And
complaints have we gotten about blackwashing fucking characters that are fucking redheaded and fucking pale skin? Like, dude, it happens on
exact
both sides. It happens on
it
both
does.
sides of the fence. But the point of doing it would be to do it right and be like, y'all can shut the fuck up. All of y'all.
Doing it right becomes irrelevant when you have a society that we have right now that wants to, like we talked about earlier, want to be upset because it's cool to be upset.
Well, it's like a screaming spoiled child. You just ignore it. Like, they want to sit there. No. If they want to sit there and throw a fit, you go throw your fit. When you're done throwing your fit, maybe we can have a talk then. Until then, you want punishment.
Yeah, I can just see a shitstorm happening. I would watch it. I just see a shitstorm happening if they tried to do it the way we're talking about. Like me as an open-minded individual, trying to see how things are done and sit back and not judge it before it's been
Like,
complete. I would watch it, but I know the shitstorm. We've talked about the different lenses that you and I watch things through.
oh yeah.
It would be.
I still think them not having the White Wolf in there with Black Panther was a big mistake. That would have been so fucking dope to see.
That was a missed opportunity because didn't they call him that in Infinity War?
Yes. The White Wolf is rested long enough. But I
Right,
mean,
and
not doing with Bucky, but like actually having a White Wolf in there, not a dog, but like
no, I
someone
know. No.
besides Bucky. Yeah.
Oh, someone besides Bucky? See, I wouldn't have cared if
Yes.
it was Bucky because of the way they changed things. It would have been awesome if it was Bucky. And if they could have totally done a tangent when they did Falcon and Winter Soldier and did a couple of exposition episodes where we see Bucky embracing that moniker when he was in Wakanda after they helped him
Yeah.
deprogram and stuff like that. It could have been like a side series or
That
like
should
a
have been their
little,
first series.
you know, and just to see him transition out of that and how he teams up with Sam thereafter. That would have been cool. I would have dug that. That would have been really cool
That
because it
would
would
have
have
been a dope
shown
cartoon.
that would have been a dope cartoon, but that would also showed that Steve and T'Challa and Bucky, the friendship and the trust that was built between them, and
Yeah.
to let him into the sacred stuff, and he gets some
Into the
semblance of
tribe.
right, and he he's already got the super soldier serum in him, so it would be cool if there was some type of hybrid purple herb that he could take that enhanced his shit even more. That would be fucking scary.
Yeah. Like
That would,
not the heart shaped herb, but like another herb.
right, another one that just kind of just it's because the heart shaped herb is meant for the king, and so they needed
Yeah.
something else that is that's not a step down but just as good.
King's
It's a
hand.
lateral it's a lateral move for yes exactly for the king's hand. That dude, that would be so fucking dope. You should pitch that to Disney.
I could write it. I'd do some shit like that, but I mean, if Jon Favreau walked away from Marvel because of what they did to Iron Man 2, I don't know if I could fuck with them.
I don't know. I don't know.
It'd be worth
But
it for the storytelling, but like, dude, because I mean, that's just saddening because it's like the missed opportunities there with Chadwick getting so fucking sick.
yeah,
Like, that nerd would have been fucking up for it.
yep.
Like, I get the same vibes off of him in interviews and shit like that I get off of you. Like,
I
don't
appreciate that.
judge, don't judge me by my skin tone. I will out nerd you in an instant.
It's like, dude, him and I would love to. Yeah, I would have loved to have seen him and Henry Cavill do something together.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that would have been cool. All right, I'm taking my black ass to sleep.
Yep. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in and listening and blah blah blah, whatever. I'm JP.
I'm Aldez.
ScaryTeller.
We'll be back next week. Bye, fuckers.
Welcome back. Welcome back, Scary.
Thank you,
Welcome back,
fans.
brother.
Appreciate